Okay, so basically, I said a few weeks ago, or a few videos ago, or something, that Gracie had to go to the ENT because she was having trouble with her ears. So, this is just a video I recorded at the ENT that explains everything that's wrong. And so, I left the camera on Gracie the whole time. I didn't want to record the doctor or anything. So, here we go. Gracie. Hey, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. What are you doing, Gracie? Where are you driving to? Where are you going?
I'm going to school.
You going to school? We're at Gracie's ENT appointment. We'll see what's going on with her ear.
Antibiotic things and everything with the pediatrician, and but since then she's been saying it hurts and she's been hearing a ringing in it. So the pediatrician just wanted us to come get a look at it.
Anything draining from it?
No.
When the event happened, did things drain from it?
Yes, it was really bad. Yeah, she let out a scream and grabbed her ear, and it was just running nasty. And we went to the pediatrician, and that's when they said it was busted. But she hadn't like, been acting sick or anything. It was hit.
Okay. How often does she complain about the ringing?
She started that right after it busted. So it busted in, I think it was like February, like the end of February, and then so that's how long. So about a month or so.
Okay.
It was after the eardrum busted that she started saying she was hearing ringing.
Oh, you know, things like that.
Okay.
So you have a couple options.
Okay.
Right now, some of the symptoms she's getting can be potentially derived from just not getting the sound all the way through the ear.
Okay.
But it's not infected or anything like that. So
Right.
it's pretty stable. So that's a
Okay.
good thing. You could give it more time and see what it does.
Right.
It's probably about 3 to 4 millimeters in size. So,
Okay.
and it could kind of on its own kind of close up. Alternatively to that, there are procedures we can do where we kind of go down to the ear and try to get it to heal up better. There's things that are called laryngoplasties and tympanoplasties that basically work on fixing the hole in the eardrum.
Right.
What I would start off with is kind of a simple procedure
Right.
where we actually take something out of a box, and it's a little grafting material. We
Uh-huh.
go down to the opening of the eardrum, and then we just kind of roughen up its edge, kind of remove the little leading edge of it all.
Right.
And then we place that graft material around it, place some material underneath it, see if we can get it to close up. And sometimes that's very successful. But with that, she's going to get symptoms from that too, just from a standpoint of her ear's going to feel more full then.
Right.
We just got to see how it takes. So graft take, no matter which way you go about doing it. So the procedure beyond that is we actually take a piece of her lining of one of the muscles in and around this area and use it to do the exact same thing. Both of them have their benefits and detriments for sure, but either graft is going to take or it's not going to take. So that's kind of what you always fight against.
Yeah.
But it's dry enough, everything else, the other ear looks healthy enough, the rest of her looks healthy enough. That's not an unreasonable decision to say, let's go ahead and do that, unless you want to give more time. And there's very little harm in giving it more time, other than it may bother her some. And it's open enough that things like water and stuff like that would potentially aggravate it some, make it hurt.
Would it affect like her hearing?
It's difficult to say how much it's affecting her hearing. It seemingly may not bring up sound.
Right.
Some of that might be a testing issue with her though too.
Yeah.
We could kind of always do a hearing test at baseline here and say, okay, how much is it really affecting it? To get a better understanding of that. Especially if we're thinking about, maybe we just take our time here and sort of see what happens. That'll at least give us a better understanding of what we're really otherwise dealing with.
Okay. So the ringing in the ear could just be where it's not.
Not transmitting the
No,
sound correctly, yeah. What are your thoughts?
If we're, can we at least wait till school's out so she wouldn't
Oh, yeah.
miss any school to
Yeah.
do it if we did it, and that would give it at least another month to
Sure,
see. And then maybe get a hearing test to see if,
I think that's a very reasonable plan, yeah. So that's what we'll do. We'll get a hearing test and then we'll see what it tells us. And like I said, it'll give us another little bit of time here, not a tremendous amount of time. It's really reasonable to wait till then anyway. And then go ahead and so see what that tells us. See what the hole keeps on doing. This is my first time looking at it, so I don't know how big it was. And,
Right.
Is it kind of to close itself up? The body tries to do that. The downside is when you've had a history of a tube, you already have a weak area in the drum. So when it bursts, it can burst that whole weak area out. And it's bigger than like if you just had like a tear in the eardrum, which tends to seal up on itself. So give it a couple of months. If it's getting smaller, then that's a good sign. And if it's not, then it's probably not going to be any smaller. Usually I give them anywhere from 2-3 months to do anything anyway. So what we're doing right now is pretty normal. Things to look out for: pain, discomfort, drainage, discharge are kind of the biggest thing.
Okay, so long story short, she has a hole in her ear, and we're gonna give it time. If it doesn't close up, we're gonna give her a hearing test, see if it's affecting her hearing. If it doesn't close up by the time the school ends, by like June 1st or something, then they're gonna have to do a skin graft or some kind of graft to close the hole up. So, thanks for watching. Subscribe, and see you guys tomorrow.